I want to break down like, okay, 6 figures a year, right? It's $100,000.
$100,000.
Like, how do you get to that, right? I don't think it's very far off to say that like you could get an average retainer client on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
For, let's say, like one client, you get like $2,000 or $3,000, right? I think that would be like fair.
That's super fair, and it's $8,300 and 33.
So you got to think like
6 figures a month.
Yeah, so like just a little over $8,000 a month, right? Like you got to think about, okay, if you think about $100,000 as a whole, that's a lot of money. But then if you break it down, it's like, okay, I got to make $8,300 a month. That's still like kind of a lot of money. But then if you think about it as like, okay, I need to get 2 retainer clients for each $3,000 a month, and then one for $2,000 a month. Or you can say, hey, I have 2 clients for $3,000 a month, guaranteed, that's $6,000 a month. Now I just need to get one other
like one random
one-off bag,
for $2,000 a month. But like the way you get to making 6 figures a year as a creative is like you have your retainer clients that, let's say you're making like $60,000 to $80,000 a year from the retainer clients. Now you just have to make up an extra like 20 to 40K on just like one-offs, but it's way less. It seems a lot more feasible when you have like the retainer clients that you can rely on.
Because then you're like, okay, this is my base. Like I have 60K of just base. That's gonna be
50
there,
or 50 or whatever.
And then you grind for like the other stuff. If you're just doing a ton of one-offs, it's gonna be so hard.
Yeah.
And that's it's just gonna be way harder to like piece it all together to get, unless you're charging.
And you gotta plan out your week, right? So it's like if you have your retainer client locked in, it's like, okay, I'm gonna shoot for Debbie and Ryan on Monday, and then on Tuesday we got to do some outreach because we don't have anything coming in. We haven't had anything this month, so let's do outreach on Tuesday. We're gonna send 25 emails, and you got to set those boundaries for yourself. So you're not like, I did 5, I'm good today. We worked really hard, and that's it. It's like Tuesday we got to send 50 emails. I'm gonna do some LinkedIn research. Then Wednesday I'm gonna edit Debbie and Ryan's content. Okay, the retainer client is already done for the month. Great. Okay, and now I'm gonna respond back to those other 50 emails that we sent. I'm gonna try and search for more. I'm gonna go door to door. Whatever you're going to run a social ad.
Yeah, and also going off of that, just how we talked about discounting, and you shouldn't discount before you discount, offer less deliverables. Like the way you can upcharge a potential new client and a retainer client is like offering them more deliverables. So like, let's say they only think they want like 10 photos a month. Be like, hey, I can do 10 photos, but I can also give you some videos as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, instead of charging $1,000 a month for 10 photos, I can charge you $1,500 or $2,000 a month, and I can give you like 3 or 4 reels on top of those 10 photos, whatever it may be. And then also, because 2023 is coming up and a lot of brands are trying to lock in like their content for the month or for the year, this is a really good time to go back to these clients that you've worked with in the past. Let's say you worked with someone in the past, a beverage company. You could like shoot them an email and say, hey, 2023 is coming up. I'm working with some great clients. I'm looking to like bring on a few more like great clients. I really enjoyed this work that we did like 2 months ago. What do you think about like creating some content in the future for 2023? I'd love to like get a monthly thing going.
Let me be your content partner.
Yes.
Not doing the whole, we were talking about that, how much better that sounds, saying, oh, like I'll be the content partner instead of like I'll be the photographer or videographer, because that just feels like you're literally just pushing buttons. Content partner is the person that like thinks it through and like cares about what you want to achieve, and like I feel like it also helps you price more probably, because then you're like literally a partner in their little goal. Going off that too, right now is when all the brands have like their marketing spend that they need to fucking spend before
right now. It's
December,
November 15th.
Dude, December, there's always bags to be made in December, because these companies have just like so much money. They're like, fuck, we haven't spent. What happens if you don't
use it?
It just goes away.
You lose it.
I don't know where it goes. It just disappears for some reason. Doesn't go to the fucking homeless. I don't know where the fuck it goes. It's fucked up. Anyways, I can go on the horse. But December's a good time to make a bag, man. This is the time to be pushing, because they all have a lot of money that they need to spend before December 31st.
And you'd be surprised at what clients have bread versus not. Like you might think that a brand that you come across on Instagram or online, like maybe you think they're like this mom and pop shop or whatever, but like maybe they kind of have a bigger budget. Like you never know.
Because you never know where they're allocating their resources.
Exactly.
Like some companies just like, fuck it. Like we're just going to spend so much money on marketing. It's going to be crazy, and just like not spend as much money on like some other stupid shit that a lot of other companies do.
A key to figuring out what brands value content is by going on Facebook, and you can see if they're running ads on like their business account, or like if you go to their page, you can see if they're running ads or not. And if they're running ads, that means they value content and they'd be a good person to reach out to.
That's
I'll
clever.
follow up with you guys on the next pod. I'll find there's another website that I found that somebody allowed me to see that allows you to spy on different people that are making ads. So you could say like, oh, I want to see all the people that are in the car space and like who's running ads on Facebook, and it'll show you all their ads and how much money they're putting behind each campaign, which is a cheat code. So then we could find out and be like, oh, they're spending mad bread. I'll find it out for you guys. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, I think this was an incredible pod.
Yeah.
Jam-packed with value. We're getting you guys ways to make bread, ways to talk to clients, all that good stuff.